with a logistics issue, I think, with her job. It's like supply chain stuff. So she may join Mariah
Doesn't
and
she know
Clay.
how important this is right now? This
Did
is
you
Rat
not-
Salad Review. We've been on since 2018. Come on.
And supply chain issues have been going on since the planes have been built. What's your point?
And how many subscribers do we have? We have
We're close to 2 Gs.
1.98 thousand subscribers.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so
But
you
we
guys,
need those
we're a pretty big
views.
deal.
We need those views, so keep watching.
We do need the views. Close this. We haven't done this in like a month, 2 months now. It's February, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been filming, but we haven't been broadcasting because well, should we tell them now or should we wait till after the intro?
Go ahead. There is no intro. Forget it. Go.
Fine. We've been doing a Kiss discography, worst to best, and
Wow.
it's gonna take 7 episodes because
cool.
we're doing 3 per episode. So
That's
Yeah.
so fun.
We're
That's
almost done.
awesome.
Almost done. All right, fine. I'll do the intro.
well, we all agree on what the worst Kiss album is. You'll have to wait to watch.
Spoiler.
Which one is it? You don't even listen to Kiss, Clay.
I'm gonna be honest. I only listened to like 3 songs. So
Doesn't everybody?
yeah.
Play the intro.
Here we go.
It's time for Red Salad Review with your hosts, Wayne Moon, Greg Donald, and Lou Max.
Hello. Welcome to Red Salad Review. Hello, Lou. Hello, these other people. Who are you people? Please announce who you are.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Are you going first?
No, I just said hi. Go ahead.
You already know who you are, Lou.
They know who I am.
Yeah, you're not important. That's me. Hello. I'm Fatini. I'm here
Yeah.
to have a good time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to let you down.
It's okay. I'm a bigger letdown because I'm her uncle.
Oh my God. I'm really sorry.
Oh, I didn't know we were disclosing that. Okay.
That's okay. It's okay.
Really sorry. And who are you?
I'm Mariah. Hi.
Hello,
My
Mariah.
brother's here too.
I'm here, but not entirely here. I have been transformed into this Baby Yoda plush. It's totally legitimate. You can call me Baby Yoda, or you can call me Clay. Whatever floats your boat, or sink it.
Your name is Grogu.
That will go with Grogu.
Well, hello, Grogu, Clay, whatever you want to be called. Hello, Mariah, and hello, Fatini. Is that
Fatini.
You can call me Faye. Faye.
We
right.
don't want to
easier.
we don't want
I'm-
to recap of my wedding where the DJ butchered the name.
Yeah, there's been a lot of butcherings on weddings lately.
What? What have you been?
What?
Where have you been?
Well, Alex's wedding, remember?
Alex had a nice wedding. in
No, he did. He
Brooklyn.
did have a nice wedding. He did have a nice wedding.
God.
I'm talking about the people who worked the wedding.
Way to ghost him, Wayne. No pun intended.
No, he knows. It's fine. It's fine. I'll post the videos on YouTube eventually. So welcome to Rat Cell Review. Today we have some nice people joining us on this episode, and this episode is basically about a Facebook post that I made because about a couple months ago, I gave. Well, I on this route that I do at my regular job. This isn't my regular job, unfortunately. I don't get paid doing this.
There's no money in podcasting.
There is no money in podcasting. There's no money in music. There's really no money in anything.
Buy our stuff.
Yeah.
There goes my slide.
But there's this guy at my job on my route, and he noticed all these the shirts I wear. I constantly wear rock band shirts, or whatever. So we got to talking one day, and I go, "Oh, I'm in a band. Do you still have a CD player? I'll give you some CDs." And he's like, "Yeah, I have a CD player." So I give him my band CDs, and about a few weeks go by. I see him once in a while, and I figure at some point he's got to tell me like anything, like he listened to it, or what he thought about it, or whatever. So I just let it go. And then a couple weeks go by, and I finally asked him. I said, "Oh, did you listen to the CDs I gave you?" And he's like, "No, I don't have a CD player."
Yeah.
That was
I'm just
pointless.
yeah, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Before I gave you my CDs, I asked you if you had the CD player. Now I just gave him 2 CDs and I could have made money off of those. But anyway, so I said, all right, well, do you have like a streaming service, Spotify, iTunes, whatever? He's like, yeah. And I said, all right, fine. Then they're on there. You can go look them up. He never listened to them. I never brought it up again. I don't care anymore. It is what it is. Yeah, and I cry. I cry a lot. But what got me writing that whole post was he's a younger guy, okay? And us grumpy older guys, we're always set in our ways with the music that we like and the bands that we listen to and stuff like that. And for me, things that I see online, and just like especially with that kid at my job, it always seems like the younger people just don't care about music anymore. That's what it looks like to me. I know there are, like my son, he's only 7 years old, so he's starting to get into music. So hopefully he stays that way and I can get him into more stuff. And I know Lou's daughter's into music too, right? Your daughter's playing piano and all this stuff. And
yes, she's playing piano. I posted the video on my personal Facebook page and Instagram of her playing Deck the Halls.
Mhm.
And she's a Swiftie along with her older cousin Lily. But yet, for some reason, every time I play Ride the Sky from Halloween in the car, she sings with her fist in the air, yelling Ride the Sky. And I said, I think we have a future power metal singer in the house. That's pretty cool. And then it's back to the Swift.
At least there's hope. There's some hope. But
Like both.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Pilot is in the chat and he says, we're talking about him.
Who's Pilot?
That is Stan.
Stan?
Stan, yeah.
Oh, Stan did a good job.
He did.
Stan's not even a stand-up comedian.
Oh, he's talking about the wedding. Okay, yes.
No, Stan, you did a good job at the wedding.
Yeah, he did a good job. But he's also young.
Well, and James, Alex's brother, who married Alex and Gail. That was beautiful.
Yeah. But he's also young too. Stan is also a younger guy, and but he still listens to music. But he's very grumpy. He's a younger grumpy guy. So I don't know what the hell is going on with him. But you guys are younger than us, and you're younger than Stan. And so, what are your what's your musical? How do I even say this?
Well, before we answer the question,
Right.
we just want to say welcome to this episode of Rat Side Review.
How many times are I gonna say welcome to the show?
The younger perspective of music, or AKA get off my lawn. Anyways, back to the show.
All right, I guess what's your perspective on new music? I mean, what's the newest stuff? You got a Ghost shirt on, so obviously you do listen to something somewhat new. So, what's some other new bands and things that you listen to that I might not even know about, or people that watch this show? What?
I was gonna say, let's do this round robin style so no one gets interrupted.
No, chaos, total chaos.
It's bad enough with you. No, Faye first, then Mariah, then Clay, in that order. Okay.
Right. I forget Clay is there because he's not even there.
Grogu, there you are. Okay.
Right here. I don't know what you're talking
There
about.
he goes. That knocks.
This
Thank
is
you,
the most
Mariah.
profitable ventriloquism you'll ever see on this show.
Okay. Faye, please answer the question first.
What
was the question?
I think
I don't remember.
No,
I just thought,
remember-
welcome to
I
Red
know
Side
the
Review. Should I play the video?
question. I'm just trying to think of the most recent thing that I've listened to. It's probably honestly some I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I just want to preface. So it's not only going to be hard rock, metal, things like that. If that's fine. But
Oh, then get off the show. It's only hard rock and metal. Goodbye.
No, Wayne.
well, if that's the case, then it would be probably the Ghost covers that came out recently.
Ghost. Okay.
Other than that, yeah, Phantom of the Opera, Jesus He Knows Me, those were my highlights of that album. But just generally, probably some K-pop album or whatever.
Okay, all right. Now you just talked about the Ghost covers. They did a cover of Iron Maiden, Phantom of the Opera. Do you like Iron Maiden?
Honestly, I have not gotten to listen to a lot of their music on my own. I've definitely heard so many of their songs, but
I play them in the car before.
Yeah, and I'm sure my dad did too, and whatever. So like, I would say yes,
Mm,
but I couldn't like name like multiple songs
yeah. Well, listening
like
to
that.
their cover, does their cover make you want to listen to more Iron Maiden songs?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Good, good, good. You're shaking your head over there, Mariah. Spill the
Yeah.
beans.
I and it's so interesting that we're like saying this is just like um as somebody who's been like exploring most of her music in the past like 5+ years on like Spotify, like the whole like CD thing, like I totally got it. Like I am also collecting CDs, but of very specific artists. So
Right,
like
right.
I did pre-order Taylor Swift's new album coming out April 19th, and it's showing up at my front
Okay.
door. But
Lou,
also,
how do we get rid of these people? We just hit this thing here, right? To get them
I
out of
can't get rid of them. I'm related to them, all of them. So I'm
Yeah.
stuck
I know
with them
where
for
you
life.
live.
He knows where I live.
Actually,
We
we
are
your
you.
address.
Um, but like also I went to like Jeff Rosenstock's concert late last year. We saw the Front Bottoms late last year. So it's just like I don't know, I listen to a lot of different kinds of things. But I'm very specifically collecting physical media, but willing to listen to anything I can on Spotify.
Yeah. Faye, are you collecting CDs as well, or are you just like strictly
Yes, I
like?
do. I have a small collection. I'm like slowly building up. Like I want to buy all the Rammstein albums. I want to buy Ghost albums. Um, basically anything. Like my only rule is that I have to like at least half the songs on the album
Hmm,
for me to buy the CD.
okay. Yeah, don't do what I did. I find like bands that I like, and if even if I don't like the album or like a couple songs on the album, I still buy it anyway. I have to own all the discography of whatever the band puts out.
I got no
Honestly, you're probably better off for that.
Well, you inherited a lot of your CDs from your dad, right? I mean, you had like Disturbed
I
and Look from the
did.
Oh, I thought you were
Coil.
talking
Yeah.
about me. It was like, no.
Nah, your pop's still alive. Come on. But Clay didn't get to answer the question. Clay, what about you?
It's kind of similar beats to Mariah. I don't collect physical CDs, at least not recently, but I pretty much listen to pretty much any song from any band that I can. Like my playlists on Spotify, they are complete time machines because it'll play like one song from Elvis, then we'll jump to The Offspring, then we'll go ahead to Post Malone, but then we'll go back to Tina Turner, and then it's like the Ninja Rap from Vanilla Ice. It's like pretty much so many different types
Go
of
Ninja, go Ninja, go.
exactly. So many different types of
Yeah.
songs from different artists because I really don't want to keep myself married to any particular thing because I
Hmm.
think that music is such a revolutionary form of art for me. Like art, not art, music and songs. They're like how like generations of people just kind of communicate with each other, and I really don't want to limit myself to one specific genre or artist or band because I just feel like there's so many great stories to tell. So I just pretty much listen to any songs that I can. Anything on Spotify will be a bonus. But yeah, it's just more and different songs every day.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way too because even though I mostly listen to metal and hard rock, there are other things that I do listen to, but it all ends up all kind of like falls into the rock category anyway. Like I don't know if you guys heard of the band M83, and
Oh, yeah.
Midnight
the-
City. They're
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Midnight City.
And I like some of the Weekend songs. There's some cool stuff in there. I don't like it all, but there's some decent songs that he has. And
Yeah, he's got a couple good ones.
like Shiny Toy Guns, they were pretty cool, for a while. And the Killers, but I consider them like a rock band stuff. Like they're more modern. But yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I don't say I'm a metalhead. I never called myself a metalhead, and I hate that term metalhead because to see like all the metalheads that are on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that, they're annoying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you fuckers are annoying. All right.
I agree.
Yes, because they're so they're afraid to go outside of their genre or afraid to go outside of what they listen to, and it's annoying.
Yeah, they are.
And they only like one specific like one era of the band. Like for instance, like the band Sepultura, the singer left or whatever, and then did another band, and another guy came in Sepultura, and they've still been going on and on and on and putting out so many albums, and they're actually pretty good, but nobody will listen to them. Well, the metal people won't listen to them because it's not the original band members anymore. And it just, I don't understand that. I can see if the albums or the music is terrible, but they're not, you know, and they just have this thing that they just can't let things grow, you know. And that's one thing I can't stand
Yeah.
about the metal community.
Yeah, life is too short to be like stuck with one specific era of a very specific artist or group or band. It's just like come on, there's so many things going on in the world.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Although I
let you know, Faye, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I do completely agree. Although I do only listen to the first like 2 or 3 albums of Nightwish because I don't know her name off the top of my head, but she was the best vocalist that they've like ever had. So
That was Tarja, right?
that's just
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, some people like Floor, some don't, but
Oh,
I
she's
mean,
terrible.
oh, never mind then. Well, I mean, like, I know me, like, my favorite era of AC/DC is the Bon Scott era, but I'm not taking anything away from the Brian Johnson era because,
Yeah.
you know, like the first 4 albums with Brian Johnson, Back in Black, For Those About to Rock, Flick of the Switch, and Fly on the Wall, I do genuinely like those albums. Afterwards, I feel like the quality of the songs kind of, you know, teeter off, but I'm not going to deny that they're part of the discography. I'm not going to deny that there's some good songs on those albums. I just know what I prefer, but you know, music is subjective. That's
Yeah.
the best way I could put it. You know, and you know, I mentioned before that we're doing the Kiss discography, and we really don't have anything. Well, you have something bad to say about Monster, the last Kiss album,
Oh, it's
with
the worst Kiss album ever.
worse than Hot in the Shade.
Yes. There's only one song on there.
Moving
I
right
like.
along. But I like that album, even though it's with guys wearing the original makeup that was created by Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. But I like the music. So what? So what?
So what?
So what?
So what? There's a question in the chat room. Are you guys familiar? Well, I would hope so. If you're familiar with AC/DC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes. Do you like AC/DC?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Mean Metal Mike wants to know: should Angus retire AC/DC? Phil's on the drums. Cliff's retired. Thoughts on AC/DC's future without Rudd and Cliff? I'll just go first. I don't see a reason for them to retire because they've been without those people at some point anyway. So it really doesn't matter to me. You know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't personally know, but I mean, if they're still getting the job done, it still sounds good, then I don't see why they would have to retire.
Yeah. What about you, Mariah?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, as long as like everybody's doing something that they're passionate about and that they love, and like if the fans love it anyways, like just keep going. Like, why not? They could perform until they're dead. Like, who's gonna stop them? I'm not gonna
Literally.
stop them. Like,
Did you guys see when Axl Rose took over for vocals on AC/DC?
yes, I think I have seen seen videos and heard some stuff.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
Getting the job done. Somebody's got to get paid.
Real.
Grogu, what do you think?
Honestly, I think nothing's really stopping them from keep going, like what Mariah with the knees said. But at the same time, you know, maybe they might be too tired. I won't stop them from retiring either. I just hope that whatever choice they make at the end of the day is a healthy choice. But at the same time, though, I hope it's not like, you know, if they keep going with, oh yeah, this is our last tour or our last show, and then they have
Oh,
another
yeah.
last show, then another last show,
And then
then
5
another
months
last
later,
show,
they're
like,
back.
just to get more out of it.
And then like
Yeah.
2 years later, their comeback
Exactly,
tour.
It's
And then
like-
they're going away tour.
It's farewell tour has been going on for like 7 years, so it's like
It's
they can keep going, they can retire either or. I'm fine, but like just don't deceive your audience because you can only exploit your fans so far before they
Are we talking about Slayer? Because they just reunited apparently.
oh, did they? That's news to me.
Yeah, they retired 5 months ago and now they're back.
Wow.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't know that.
No, it
That's
wasn't 5.
really
It was
funny.
5 years. 5 years.
Oh, 5. Oh, sorry, 5 years. 5 years. I'm
I-
sorry.
But it felt like 5
Yeah.
months because we were in a freaking
It did.
pandemic.
They didn't seem like they went away at all.
I didn't even know they were away, to be quite honest. I mean, like,
I kind of forgot about them myself, honestly.
yeah, I kind of fell off with them after God Hates Us All, which was released on 9/11/2001.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yikes.
Too soon? Anyways,
What do you guys think about that? Do you guys listen to bands that have said, "Oh, we're retiring," and then they come back all of a sudden, like a couple years later?
I don't think I have.
I think we're too young for
although
that. Give us
Yeah, they're not
I
old enough yet.
think we're below the age bracket.
Well, there are a couple bands like Soundgarden. They disappeared for a while and they came back.
Oh, just kidding. Talking about bands like disappearing and coming back. Big Time Rush.
Oh yeah.
Counts.
Are they back?
Big,
The
I have
Jonas
no idea who
Oh
it
my
is.
god, they are
Oh
back.
my god!
Yeah. But like
They were
those
like
guys have
band
broken
really
up and came
cool.
back together. We've seen those guys come
Honestly,
back.
they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're
right now.
hanging
I
out.
think, but it didn't have like any falling out though. Like Big Time Rush is like it was at a point where they're like, you know what, let's take a break and be adults for a bit and then come back because it's
Yeah.
like, how do you
Yeah.
explain this? There's a lot of bands out there that kind of have like this dramatic falling out, but like bands like Big Time Rush, it was like no, they literally took a break because it was like they were a band when they were like in their late teens, early 20s, and then they took a break. They became like dads and uncles, and they're like, okay, a few years have passed, let's come back together. So I guess it's more of that, but that's just like more in recent memory. Like I don't really think there's any like band we know that took a break for a long time.
Yeah.
I think Hanson came back, right? Hanson
Hanson was
Oh.
technically before their time.
still really?
Well,
Yeah.
so Mariah is the eldest of the three. She was born in 98,
Oh, geez.
and
Yeah.
That's when
Hanson
they came
hit
out.
97. The funny thing is, thank you guys for watching Big Time Rush because you kept your uncle in a job when he was working at MTV. So I
No
appreciate
problem.
that. So in the end, yes, it's all about the money.
It's all about the money.
It always is.
Faye, I see you have a Switch screen up there. Some video games. What are you
Oh.
playing?
Pokemon game, and it's not good. But I'm playing it.
Background.
Yeah.
Oh
I-
no.
Is that the new Mario there too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Mario. There's Puyo Puyo Tetris. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then there's
very
like a rhythm game over here.
okay. Yeah, that Tetris game is very addicting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then is that the new Mario Wonder?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a really good one. I have a lot of fun. My son loves playing
it's
that.
really good.
Yeah. My son loves playing it, but right now I'm so addicted to Zelda, the new Zelda game. I have no time. to
Oh
play.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really good game.
I've heard good things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very addicting.
By the way, someone did ask me if Severed Angel, if we named the new album Skyward after Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Yes.
No, it has nothing to do with Legend of Zelda.
Yes, it does.
Say yes.
There's not
Fun.
one Zelda-related theme song on the album.
There's an ocarina on one of the songs.
Yeah.
I'll break that ocarina over your head. All right, move along.
Mean Metal Mike, if your younger metalheads are itching for classic bands to discover, go check out Uriah Heep, Saxon, Metal Church, and Rainbow.
Faye, you might like Rainbow because of the fantasy element, and Ronnie James Dio was their original singer. So I approve
Oh,
of that.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would definitely
I've
say
been meaning
check out
to get
Rainbow.
into Dio recently.
So being that I remember these kids from when they were born in the hospital. I
After
grew
Hanson
up
got big.
after what?
After
After
Hanson.
Hanson got big. I grew up with obviously Faye's dad, who was my brother. Rest in peace, Mikey. And also with Mariah and Clay's dad, Dino, and his brothers, Jimmy and Tony. And of course, my other brother, Tony. No relation. Well, relation, but two different Tonys. So, a big part of my musical upbringing was through them. Tony my brother liked Gordon Lightfoot, but he also liked Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. Mikey liked that too, but he also liked new wave music like Depeche Mode. Mariah and Clay, your dad was big into country music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. And Van Halen. Go figure.
Yeah.
You know, your Uncle Tony was into like, Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi and Michael Schenker Group and Scorpions. And then Jimmy, who was kind of like an amalgamation of like all the metal stuff. Like he liked Iron Maiden and Dio mostly, and Rush. I remember big time. That was a band that we all shared in common. So I got a lot of my musical tastes from them. Would you say respectively that your dads or moms helped shape your musical tastes? Faye, you begin.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's how it
Oh,
starts with
absolutely, 100%.
like when you're a kid, you're just kind of learning the world on your own. You really don't know where to start. So like, when you're at a young age, you're just exploring music. You just kind of start off with whoever in your family already listens to, and then like as you get older, you kind
Yeah.
of like not break away, but you start like experimenting things on your own. You might keep in touch like with some of the songs you listened to while growing up, and it really just ties back to personal development, really, because you're just further learning like your own taste and such. Like I know that when we were kids, that's how it was. We would like listen to whatever our parents or cousins would play in the house. And as we got older, lots of people will be like listening to more like movie soundtracks. I remember in middle school and high school, a lot of people from my grade they were listening to like the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack because they're just further expanding their horizons and different tastes. And then it's kind of tying back to what we were talking about earlier with like listening to whatever is on Spotify. We're just further trying out more and more things. So like everyone starts off by listening to whatever their friends and family listens to, and like as the years go by, they just kind of like explore it more and more on their own.
Do you remember how old you guys were when you found like a band that you really got into on your own or that you found on your own? Do you remember how old you were?
Oh man, I think I was.
I think I was like 14.
I think I was. Yeah, I think I was around that age, like a little bit younger, like maybe 11 or 12.
Mm.
Tumblr.
Yeah.
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 It's a little bit different for me. It's not particularly a band, but I, so, being from like a Greek family, we listen to American music and Greek music too. But I was the one who kind of went out of that. And when I was like 11, started listening to like Japanese music and Japanese metal, rock and pop and things like that. God made fun of it endlessly, like for it. But yeah, that was like my thing. That was totally on my own. It's probably like 11
Yeah.
and still like huge. I mean, you can see all my anime figures over here.
Well, what was crazy was I remember I took Faye to her first concert. Now,
Yeah.
when you think concert, you think live music and lights and pyro and this and that. Well, no,
I mean,
Faye
there was a
turned.
live band.
Well, there was a live band, but the artist was what you would call a Vocaloid, a hologram, a um uh not an avatar, no, not an avatar, but definitely like almost like
She's an anime girl on the screen, and she dances around and sings songs and whatever. And
this
it's really, it was awesome.
yes,
I'm going again this year.
Hatsune Miku sold out 4 shows at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Yep.
And Faye told me that this is the concert she really wanted to go see. So I took her and her friend Kat. I felt like the oldest guy there until I saw a grandpa who took his kids there. One of the kids fainted, and I asked her, why did she
Yeah.
faint? And Faye responds, because she's gonna see Hatsune Miku. I'm like,
I was 16 or whatever. Okay.
Well, I have a story too when I was younger. So, well, go ahead. Continue.
But I was just like, okay, I really don't know what to expect. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, I grew up loving anime, I love Dragon Ball Z and Voltron and all that, but this was something different. And all I could say was I had a great time. The fact that Faye was able to share this with me, and I was just like, this would have been cool if we had had this in our time. But the tickets probably would have cost $2,000 each.
Mm.
I think by the time that we saw it, I don't remember how much I spent, but it wasn't, it was nowhere near where concert tickets are now. But considering the show that we got for the seats that we had and the price I paid, it was an amazing live experience, so I was just like, okay, so if this is what the kids are in today, but they're getting something out of it, then hey, that's good, because you know every generation of music fans needs something to help them get through shitty times, to make them realize, hey, okay, I'm having a bad day, but I could go home and listen to this or watch this on YouTube and enjoy myself. So I'm glad that you had that. But I have to admit, if you didn't tell me about it, I would have never considered going. So I'm glad that I listened. So as payback, I took her to 2 Rammstein concerts, which she loved.
My favorite band.
But go ahead, Wayne. What were you gonna say?
I can understand the person fainting, because I was. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
can
you,
too.
yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Monkees. I mean, that's an old band from
Yeah.
the '60s or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, like 5, 6 years old, the Monkees used to have a TV show, and Nick at Night used to play all the reruns and stuff like that. So I got to be a huge Monkees fan. I had the albums and all that stuff. And back in the day, my parents went to a store. It used to be a store called Caldor. It's not around no more. It's long gone. They used to sell cassettes and CDs and all that stuff. So they had the newest Monkey cassette that they put out at that time. I got so excited that they had that. I got up to the front register and I just threw up because I was just so excited. Over the Monkees.
You are fired, sir.
I
You
threw
are
up all over the
fired.
place. Clean up
Like
an aisle
Martin
too.
George, right? They had to give it to you after that.
No, we still had to pay for it.
Is
Uh,
it? God damn it! Give it to this kid. Get him out of here. Somebody get him up.
The green, they had to pay the green. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
my God.
yeah, I'll never forget that, because I just think about it now. It's like
We
I
won't
threw
either.
up over the Monkees. It's not even a big deal. It's like, really, and if all the bands that throw up and get all excited over the Monkees.
Monkeys throw poop at you. You threw chunks on the people selling you the
Yeah.
monkeys. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It kind of comes in full circle because like Nickelodeon often does that whole splat aesthetic. At least they used to.
Oh yeah.
Kind of splat all over them. So it came in full circle.
Yeah. Do you guys have any stories like that where a band or something got you so excited that you don't have to throw up, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, like when we were younger, our uncle Tony, Lou's brother, would let Futani play all of her Japanese music on the computer, and we'd sit downstairs and all watch YouTube videos about it, and I had a blast. And then Uncle Tony would like upload all of his favorite like Johnny Cash and then like heavy metal songs onto my iPod Touch through his
Yeah,
computer.
he did that with me too.
I
Yeah.
have my iPod Touch still with all of Tony's music on it, and I
Oh.
think it's hysterical and I love it. Relic from the past. But
Yeah.
me and Clay's first concert ever was an LMFAO concert. The guys
I
who
love it.
sing
Party rock.
rock.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And we were like, what, 12? I was 12. And I remember this so vividly. And
It
I'm
was
gonna
funny.
put you on blast.
It was.
They were
funny.
just giant penis balloons, and Clay cried. You cried.
Oh, how did I cry? I don't remember that.
You were so scared.
Oh yeah.
Can't be any worse than the
know-
penis
I
rocket
know.
that Faye and I saw at Rammstein.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I remember that so
You know what's so
vividly.
funny? You know what's really funny? I don't remember that, but I absolutely believe you that I did that.
You just like
I must have
blacked
been
out.
so overwhelmed because I had no idea where it was coming from. Because one day I just like woke up one morning and then it was raining penises.
It was a really fun concert though, and we haven't stopped going to concerts since then.
Yeah.
So that was
Is
like,
LMFAO still around?
No.
Thank God.
Thank
I
Okay.
think they
Yeah.
broke up shortly after we saw their show.
Yeah, they party rocked, and then they apologized for party rocking, and then they disappeared,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Yeah.
We never saw them again.
They had a
They made their money and ran. It was smart.
What a
exactly.
shame.
They were a 2-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was that one? I'm
Honestly,
sexy and I
a lot.
know it. I can't believe I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
It's just
Uh,
like it's honestly alarming because it's just like Gangnam Style. It's like, oh yeah, this song's so old, it's whatever. But then when it turns on, like you're trying to fight your muscle,
yeah.
trying to groove. Like I can't. It's like turning to it's like a werewolf transformation. You're like I can't. Like you're just trying to hold it back. They're still good. They still thing.
Yeah.
They'll
Mean
play
Metal Mike.
shots at like every college party. Like
Yeah.
shot, 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 shot. They played at every single party.
Kids,
Oh, that's
generation
who that was. Okay.
broke with that song.
Yeah.
We were a bit
They sang that.
older. Like we were kids when we saw the concert, but we were like in our tween years, I want to say.
Yeah.
So like nowadays there are like
Really tricky.
kids who genuinely remember the song Shots ever since they were 4 years old because they're young enough. They were young enough now. You
Yeah.
know?
That's scary.
Mhm. They were taking shots at 4 years old. Crazy. Mean Metal Mike in the chat here. Earlier, I really dove into Wizards fantasy and magic. And he personally loves 90s Rush. Are you guys fans of Rush?
I've only heard 2 songs, but they were good.
2 songs.
Yeah.
The titles though, that's the
Yeah.
issue.
And he also said my mom, dad, and uncle shaped I guess his musical taste or whatever. Dad liked the Doors, Pink Floyd, and the Beatles. His mom liked Motley Crue, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, Elton John. My uncle liked Uriah Heep, Maiden, Dio, Priest, Megadeth, UFO, and he's 28 years old, so he gets it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were that young, Michael. Wow. And Mark Daly, that son of a bitch, is here, and he says, "Hello, everyone. Let's Wang Chung tonight." Are you guys fans of Wang Chung?
I know that song.
I have
Gotta
no,
know that
I
song.
don't.
That's like one of the best 80s songs ever.
They only
Yeah.
have one song.
All right, I'll have to go to listen.
One song
They
you
have that,
know.
yeah, the only song you know, but they
Well,
have
they have
Dance
2 that
Dance
everyone
Days.
knows of,
Yeah.
and they have a third one if you remember the Breakfast Club soundtrack. But that's about it.
Oh,
that was
see?
Okay.
Oh.
What song was that?
Okay, so then yeah.
Fire in the Twilight, when they're running in the hallway to get away from the principal.
I never saw the movie.
Oh, nice.
You never saw the Breakfast Club.
Mm-mm.
It's such a great movie.
There's a lot of movies I didn't see from the 80s.
Let's
do you
not talk
think?
about Wayne and his taste in movies, okay? This guy made us watch a film called Motorama from 1993. It
Oh,
was
you
the
guys
worst-
have to watch it. It's the
No,
best
don't
movie
watch
ever.
Motorama. It's a piece of crap. I
No,
please
watch
beg
it.
of you.
Watch it.
I know you guys know of my love for movies like The Toxic Avenger. This is 10 times worse because it's just
Oh my
so
God.
bad.
It takes it's a really it's a good journey.
I got through the episode by drinking a bottle of Fireball. Let me put it that way.
It's a classic.
Not a personal bottle, a bottle.
Oh my god.
And
Sorry,
Aaron.
I'm trying to go to sleep.
Mark Daly also says he's late. Yes, you are late, Mark. 90s Rush was good. Only negative aspect was the lack of releases. Only two studio albums. He mentions Dance Hall Days and To Live and Die in LA soundtrack.
I remember that film, but I haven't. I have to watch it again.
No idea. All right, what else?
Like when it comes to music, like what's important to you guys? Because like you mentioned LMFAO. Well, look, I'll be the first to admit it's no different for your generation than it was for like when your dads were growing up in the era when hair metal was popular. I mean, it was just fun music. It was
terrible music.
well, but it was fun.
No, it wasn't fun.
Good if you like it that much.
It's fun.
It ain't fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wayne, it's not metal enough for you.
No, it
Anyway,
isn't. I don't
But,
listen to I don't know.
but the point the question I was trying to ask was being that music like LMFAO is meant to be fun. There's no redeeming social value in it, but that's okay because everybody likes to have a good time. I can't understand people who want to have a good time every day, but I can understand the good time aspects. But like when it comes to music that you listen to, what's important to you? Like, you have some bands like Periphery. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're a band that like really pushes the boundaries of like musical talent, like with polyrhythms in their music or loud chugging guitars, soaring vocals, which can also scream. You have that. You have something more laid back and poppy like Ed Sheeran. You even have stuff that's more in the political area, which seems to be an avenue that Taylor Swift sometimes has no problem enduring. Like, what's important to you guys when it comes
I
to?
thought Taylor Swift was a football player.
She's dating a football
She's
player.
dating a
Oh,
football
I'm sorry.
player.
That's right. Travis Kelsey's the pop star.
Yes.
No, but like,
Well, because that's all you heard about during the whole football thing.
I didn't
Yeah.
care.
Super Bowl.
I marked myself safe from Travis Kelsey and Taylor Swift. But like what's important for you guys when it comes to the music you enjoy? Mariah, I'll let you go first, then Clay, then Faye.
No, we're face first. We're going in order.
Well, Mariah
I've been
hasn't
going
talked much.
All right, I'll go, Mariah.
Yeah.
I think like it's so rough because it's like try to listen to music and then I go and Google these people, then it's like pedophiles from the 80s, and then it's like they've killed their mother and all this other stuff, and I'm like, well,
Well, who the
And-
hell's that?
Who
Whoa,
killed their
whoa,
mother?
whoa.
like
Go
so many
back.
things.
Like who?
It's just like finding out like all these people are like so controversial. It's just exhausting. So I'm trying to be very careful now when I'm listening to new music because it's just kind of crazy. But
When you listen to older music, you kind of just don't look at all that stuff. Just listen.
it's very hard
mean,
not
to me-
to. There's so many problems.
Listen,
To
I was a
play
huge
devil's advocate for a split second. Taylor Swift did take a 13-minute plane ride.
I know, but I know, no, for real.
Oh,
She's not on my angel list. Trust me, she's got her own set of issues.
Taylor did
It's
what?
like-
she
She-
took a 13-minute plane ride and basically like takes her plane to go literally everywhere. ever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Oh, but
she
she
complains
pays her-
about the
She pays her carbon prices, whatever that means. but-
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like you have to like pick and choose your battles, I guess, at the end of the day. But then it's like, am I gonna support Taylor Swift who took a 13-minute plane ride and destroyed our earth, or like listen to pop stars who like molested little children on tour band buses? Like
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's
you don't wanna listen to
exhausting. I'm very tired.
You know,
It is absolutely.
that's a problem that I faced when I heard about the Lost Prophets. They were a band from my early 20s that I was a huge fan of them. But then when I found out what the singer did, not what he allegedly did, what he was convicted of doing, I was
Yeah.
like, put them in the trash can, light it on fire. That and the other band, As I Lay Dying. You know, I'm sorry, I can't respect the guy who tries to put a hit on his wife, and the hitman that he hired was an undercover cop who ended up busting him. Like, what an idiot!
Did you meet his wife? Did you know what his?
Hilarious.
Have you ever met his wife? You,
I don't live in San Diego.
I can't.
Oh my god.
Thank God I don't live in
what
California.
about that band? You guys probably don't know the band Bathory. Didn't that guy like burn churches down or something? I mean, is
No,
that
that
Yeah,
wasn't
he-
Bathory. That was
yeah.
Mayhem.
mayhem? Okay, yeah. So if it was the guy that burned churches down, is that okay? Would you still listen to his music if you liked it?
Depends on the church.
Probably not.
No. What did Bathory do? Because they're all like
They
got
did
some-
nothing.
So why are they such a bad thing?
Bathory's not the bad. Are you thinking of Burzum?
Yes, thank you. I knew it started with a B.
Yeah. Varg killed Euronymous.
Who the heck? What?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Okay. So
Another band member, I think.
Dead was the
Right.
singer.
Yeah.
Dead and Euronymous were the members of Mayhem who burned a church.
Okay.
Dead committed suicide because he was bipolar. Varg took photos of it and put it on the album cover for a Mayhem bootleg. And then Varg and Euronymous got into an argument. Varg killed Euronymous and got arrested for it and released music under the moniker of Burzum. And they suck
That's-
anyways, so nobody
They
listens
do.
to
They
them.
do. I just see the name. It sounds like He-Man characters or something. It's ridiculous.
Aren't they all?
Euronymous, I'll kill you.
I mean, I like Mayhem, but I mean, I don't condone the killing. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But-
Is
I'll
killing
But
okay?
at least,
It was
at least
if-
they kept it internal.
yeah, right. Yeah. So is that okay? Would you listen to Mayhem and Burzum and all that stuff? I mean,
Probably not.
no. Okay.
Probably not.
It's
Well-
hard 'cause, like I'll listen to a song and like if I like the vibe, if I like the music, and then I'll Google them, and that's what that's where I end up in like problem territory. So like if
Hmm.
I listen to one of their songs and went, oh, this is really good, let's find out more about them, and saw that, I'd be like, no more. I'm done with this. Like this is it for me. So it's, I don't know, it's rough. I can't, sometimes you just can't separate music from artists. You can't separate art from artists if that's what they're gonna do at the end of the day. It's too much.
Yeah, because Guns
Yeah,
N'
I don't
Roses
wanna-
they covered a song by Charles Manson, and there was a huge uproar about that because and it wasn't even like known it was on the album. It was like a bonus track thing, so it was kind of like hidden at the end of the album. But I know that guy was a jerk, but
I admit that's why I bought the CD.
First,
Get off the show.
The Toxic
hanging
Avenger's here to kill me.
Uh,
I was gonna say, did that just fall?
Yeah,
so-
Toxie just fell on me.
I was wondering, there's someone from like on the other side of the computer just threw something at you.
Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who didn't answer?
I think Clay did.
Okay, Clay.
Yeah, so the build up from Mariah said, you can try to divorce the art from the artist, but it can be really difficult at times because especially when you're listening to their songs on Spotify, every time you listen to their song, you're in somewhat supporting them.
Mhm.
So it's like you really
Yeah.
gotta ask yourself, how much am I willing to be tolerant to these person's choices to the point where I can't take it no more? And in all honesty, sometimes it's easier to pick an artist where like the worst thing they ever did was say, "Oh yeah, they didn't like this movie," and sometimes a fact about that artist is enough for people to stop supporting them. But you got like other artists who are a bit louder with what they believe in, and that's like, okay, that's a bit more understandable why you don't want to support them anymore. But like at the end of the day, to me, whenever I'm listening to songs nowadays, like the most important part to me is the writing of the lyrics and kind of like the message behind it. And music is definitely close to that. But I just think that like writing at the end of the day, it's just what captures my ears. But at the same time, there are so many songs where they have great lyrics but terrible instrumentals, and there are some other songs that have terrible instrumentals but great lyrics. But that leaves the door open for remixes. But I also think that a big I wouldn't say it's an issue, but it's like a big thing that a lot of people do. A lot of people like to insert themselves while listening to these songs. Like I met a lot of people who would say, "What do you think is my theme song?" And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" And they're like, "Oh no, just like out of these songs, which song do you think best describes me?" And I'm like, I don't think that's like an accurate. I don't think that's just like a good way of looking at songs because like I feel like songs are supposed to tell us like a message of a story, whether it be about someone or an event. And some of those songs do personally resonate with us. But I really don't think like songs were made to be directly about us because we as people we change over time. So
Right.
it's like to say this song will forever represent me. I'm like, well, that shows that you're kind of like stagnant. You're not going to change. So I just feel like so many different people have like different perceptions on music, and so many people have different ideas on whether like what makes the artist like a good one to support or not. So you got like all these clashing like ideologies, and so like at the end of the day, for me, the most important part of music is the writing. But I can understand why other people would like prioritize music over it instead, or why they won't listen to this music because of this artist, or they won't listen to this song unless they don't see themselves in it. Like I don't agree with a lot of these mindsets, but I can understand them at least. And I feel like that's the most important when you're listening to different perspectives. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing; it's about understanding the other perspective.
Very good. I just thought of another one, Lou. The band Iced Earth. The guitar player, the main guy, he was involved with the January 6th thing. He didn't do anything. He just went into the building and he pointed a bear spray thing at somebody or whatever.
Wayne,
what?
you're gonna get me in trouble with my employer.
That's what? They're not watching this.
Look,
Nobody watches this show, Lou. Those
this is
numbers are
true.
fake.
Look, I said this about the whole January 6th thing. I said, look,
I wasn't getting into this.
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
All right.
Didn't you say no politics when you tested us the other day?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Wayne's the host. He can break his own rule. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have it
He can
there.
break
I
his
have no
rule.
rules. I have no rules. But yeah, I'm not really getting into the politics, but seeing that he was there, he didn't do anything, right? So now he's like shunned from the music business. Now I've listened to that band since like the beginning, since they started. I love them. you know, and I'm not going to stop listening to them because of something stupid that he did. He didn't hurt nobody, didn't kill nobody, did nothing, didn't do anything to any children or nothing, just ended up being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, what do you think about something like that? Would you not listen to that band because of him just going there?
If
Or if
he's
one of your favorite bands did that?
if he's convicted of doing something and all the evidence is stacked against him, then I would stop listening to him. But until then, as far as I'm concerned, he's innocent until proven guilty.
I wasn't asking you.
Oh, then I'm sorry. I answered. You guys go ahead.
I think at the end of the day, like everyone's human and sometimes people deserve second chances. And then there's certain things I can't give a second chance to. Like Taylor, okay, you're going to keep driving on your little airplane and keep killing the ozone, but like at least you didn't kill anybody. Like
she's slowly killing us.
it's like
Yeah.
everybody's slowly killing us. Everybody's slowly killing us all of the time. So it's like you have to pick and choose your battles at the end of the day. And it's like if you can sleep at night knowing that they made that choice and you're okay with it, then that's on you. And I can sleep at night knowing that she's ruining our planet sometimes, and it's everybody's ruining the planet at the end of the day, and it doesn't make anything better. Like, but
Well, the lyrics to Anti-Hero just work then, right?
yeah, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to really pick and choose what you're willing to stand behind and what you're not. I don't support the airplane thing. I think that's ridiculous. I think she should just be a normal person and take a bus like everybody else or whatever everyone else is doing. But it's just like, I don't know. I went to go see for the first time Modest Mouse in concert, and you know who they opened up for?
No idea.
Brand New in 2016. That was their first like big tour. Do you know who Brand New is?
Yeah, that was an emo band from like back
Yeah.
in my day.
Yeah, so Brand New did a concert on Long Island because they're from Long Island, and then like a year later they got like convicted of like doing something completely horrible. And it's just like, you know, you just pick and choose your battles. Just decide to stop listening to them. It's like, but some people are like, oh, I grew up with them, like I'm gonna stay with them forever. It's like, pick and choose your battles. Like he did something really, really bad, or
What
I'm
did
gonna
they
keep
do?
listening to
Something involving underage girls.
yeah,
Jesus Christ, what is with these people?
yeah.
a lot
Listen.
of emo bands. A lot of emo bands.
They, you know,
lot of
they
them.
probably got rejected. That's probably why. A
It's
lot of
really
rejections.
gross.
Well,
Really gross.
I need to confess something. When back in 2003, when I was on the verge of getting signed with my band at the time, we went to a house party in Mineola, and it was sort of like the Brand New Thursday Thrice type crowd. And I didn't realize I'd be the oldest person there at 22. And like I was basically at a house party with a bunch of teenagers, and I'm just like, I gotta get out of here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Nightmare
like-
situation.
And then you know, it just so happened, and I don't know what goes in these kids' minds, but it's like, you know, they think, oh, musician, oh, rock star. I'm like, yeah, dude, I live with my parents, you know. I'm like, I'm not a rock star, you know. And like, you know, and she was there was one girl who was trying to hit on me, and I said, that's great, how old are you? She said 18. Okay, now tell me how old you are really. And she said 16. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here, bye, you know. And it was just it was creepy. I was just like, I was about to throw up, because I'm just like, what kid would do that? Just be a kid,
Yeah.
you know.
But,
Don't
like,
No, because
in your
when
heart
you're
now,
young,
There are some
well,
people
you
who
knew
just
better.
Yeah.
You knew better as the adults in the party to
Mhm.
not do something crazy, whereas these like grown men in Brand New and a bunch of other bands continued to be creepy guys
right.
well,
And
well over the adult age to these little kids. It's
Continuing to
disgusting.
deserve
And-
those spots in hell. Yeah.
but that's the thing, like I realized like a lot of these emo bands attract these younger girls, and you're seeing some of them. Thrice is the exception to the rule because they actually wrote good music. But I saw Thursday just recently reunited. They played a concert. These guys are in their mid 40s singing songs that they wrote in their 20s. And I'm like, this doesn't look good. This just
No,
doesn't
it's really
look good
encouraging.
when you're that age singing songs like that you wrote in your 20s.
there's
It's
nothing
just-
they can
ugh.
really do about it. That's what people remember hearing from them. They can't change it.
I get it, but it hasn't aged well. You know what I mean?
I get it, but what are you gonna do?
Not support it.
I mean, that's that. Well, no, but that's their band, so they're not gonna like rewrite every song.
No, but
So
it's creepy that mentality goes on in that scene. And thanks to like festivals like When We Were Young, with that scene's kind of bringing a resurgence. And I'm just like, I just hope kids that are fans of that are much smarter now than they were back in my day, because as a parent, I worry for their parents. Now it's not like I get off my lawn, guy. Okay, never mind.
Now kind of gonna wrap this show up in a minute because I got a radio show to do at 10 o'clock. Your friends, are they as big into music as you guys are, or are they kind of just like, we don't care? How are your friends with the music situation?
I don't think my friends are as into music as I am. Definitely not. Like, I'm the only one that collects physical media. I'm the only one with like over 3,000 liked songs in my Spotify library. Yeah.
So you don't have any friends that are like, oh, I found this band, check this band out. That's pretty much you.
Yeah, literally. I try, and they're like, go, and then they just never look into it, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I have some friends that are like, I don't care what we listen to, just put something on and I'll be the passenger, and it doesn't matter what we're listening to them. But then I have other friends that will be like, I want to go see this band, and I know you've never heard of them, but come with me to the concert, and then we'll just go to every single concert that they have on Long Island. I'm like, all right, I guess so. You're a little crazy, but sure, let's go. And it happens. Like, you learn about new music that
I
way.
need your friends.
Yeah, it's like who you hang out with, I guess.
Yeah.
It could be a bit of a handful, because I've got like some friends who, I kid you not, they will gladly like listen to the same 8 songs over the course of the next 10 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my eyes are like twitching, and I'm like, I can't listen to this no more. Like, and I got like some other friends who would only listen to music that came out like in the past 3 years.
Right.
And it's just like 2 different extremes. I'm like, there is just so much you're missing out. It's not even like here in the States. There are so many good foreign songs out there that we're not hearing, because one of the reasons I think that's also like kind of the fall of American media here, because we're only listening to stuff that we produced here. But like, I like, all my friends have such limited interests, and they all want me to listen to the songs they listen to. I'm like, okay, I'll try them out, but would you listen to these songs? And they'll just straight up say no. And I'm like, why? Why is that exactly? And it's like, either we show interest in each other's interests, or we bug off. Like, it's not me having high standards. I'm actually trying to make a connection here, and I kind of feel like sometimes my friends would try to like shape me in the way how they want me to be. I'm like,
yeah.
There's too many good songs out there. Please, for the love of God, break out of like the same like 7 songs, because I can't. That kind of like obsession is just too much.
I work with people like that. They haven't moved on from like 1995, but they still listen to anything that they don't listen to anything that's came out after that. There was a time where we used to listen. It's just 3 of us. We work in like one little area together, and at one point every day somebody would pick an album to listen to. So when it got to my turn, of course, the album I picked, they hated it. The whole time it was on, oh, this sucks. This song sucks. How can you listen to this band? I'm like, oh my God, shut up. And after that, I was like, I'm done.
Absolutely. Yeah. My friends would be like, no, listen to this song. I'm like, okay, listen to this. Like, no, I don't want to listen to your stupid music. All this. No, like, the song didn't even play yet. We didn't get to the chorus, and you're already tuning out.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I deal with that every day.
It's just exhausting. You're like, you know what? I just remembered there's like 8 billion people on this planet. I'll go talk to others.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of funny, because it's almost kind of like cyclical. Like, in the 90s when grunge was big, and like, kids would only listen to like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Green Day and stuff like that. Then you had other kids where the only thing that they listened to was Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica, Pantera. And then in college, when the whole emo thing started, our bassist was like, I like all kinds of music, Pennywise, Finch, Snapcase. I'm like, dude, that's all one genre.
Yeah.
It's like, it seems like when you reach a certain age, and you're looking for a sound to identify with, you just kind of like go through the gamut of like all the bands and like one genre. Because there was a point where like gangster rap was everything. So like here's this kid one day he was a Poindexter, and then the next day he's wearing like Tommy Hilfiger, baggy pants and Timberland boots, and I'm just like trying to fit in, aren't you? The I guess since we're about to wrap up soon, I'll ask one question.
Oh, we're out of time.
Okay, great. So the three of you are gamers as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like you heard about that Sony streaming service where some people, I think they bought something off of it, and then once Sony took it off
Yeah.
its
Oh, yeah.
platform,
Yeah.
all of a sudden anyone who
Movies.
purchased it, it was gone.
Yeah.
And I kind of foresaw this a couple of years ago when some albums that I wanted to listen to on streaming weren't available. I went out and got the physical copies, and since then I've kind of been on a search to build up my physical media collection because I like the fact that it's tangible, and once you have it for life as long as you take care of it.
Actually, Sony came over here the other day and they started taking stuff off my shelves. I thought that was kind of messed up.
Yeah, they raided Wayne's house.
I believe it.
I have an empty space back here.
Think about it. SCSI stands for so.
Yeah.
I guess the question I'm asking is that, as a consumer, does it, when Sony makes a decision like that, does it affect you, and is it enough to convince you to buy the physical product of the music that you like, or any media that you like, whether it's film or
Yeah.
Faye, you go ahead
Yeah,
first.
absolutely.
Definitely. This like ties
I
back.
mean,
Sorry.
You'll have a turn,
Okay.
Clay, okay? Just wait a minute.
Okay. I mean, for me, like, I've been, I was with my dad when I was young collecting CDs. They never really left me. I still like them because, like you said, I like to hold them. I like to look through the pamphlet. I like the whatever. I like looking at them on my shelf over here.
Do you own a Severed Angel CD?
As for, I do.
Okay, all right.
I
Continue.
do.
Gonna go get it.
Way to plug, Wayne. Way to plug.
Here it is.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, very cool.
Whoa! Oh my
That's
god!
the best CD you have in your whole entire collection. All right, continue.
Yeah.
Which you can buy at severedangel.bandcamp.com, by the way, and you can pre-order the new album. Go ahead.
Yeah, go buy it.
Hasta Carloso. Anyways.
Oh,
What was I saying? Oh yeah, but yeah, I definitely see like songs that are popular getting taken off Spotify like randomly, and I'm like, how could that possibly be? Or like, there's this one Japanese band who, like, I don't know, their first album is just not on the internet anywhere. I had to buy it off of Japanese Amazon to get like the physical CD and pay like $40 to listen to it, and like burn it onto my computer, which most kids don't even know how to do anymore.
My computer don't even
They
have a
don't
CD
even know.
drive.
Mine doesn't either. I had to buy an external one.
Yeah, I just
That's
bought one
fucking
too.
insane to me.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah,
want to start
I just
buying
bought one too.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to start buying DVDs now too, because like what happened with the PlayStations, that people were buying all those movies and they were like, what do you mean they're gone? I bought them. It's like, no, you didn't. You just like rented them long term, kind of. And like kind of like anybody, I feel like over the age of like my age, like 24, like 23 and up, I would say, totally saw that coming.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
we grew up with VHSs. If you still have a VHS player, you can watch it totally fine. Like, same with DVDs, Blu-ray. I'm sure you could still use your cassette if you have a cassette player, like, you know what I mean? Um, every like year, Netflix totally gets rid of like, I don't know, maybe like 100 movies and
Mhm.
shows. You know what I mean? So like nothing is permanent anymore. So you have to buy your media if you want to have it long term. Um, so yeah, I don't remember what the original question was, but I definitely, yeah, it's very important. Buy your shit.
Buy your stuff. Yes.
Mariah?
Yeah, you know, but then you said it best. Like literally anyone that is 20 and older knows like when we oh my gosh, when we first started like getting the streaming services and they started taking them off, I literally started building up my DVD collection, and the same thing with Clay building up his Blu-ray collection
Yeah.
because we were just like we're paying monthly for this website to stream these
Mhm.
movies that they have a limited access to. So
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah.
have an unlimited access to this anymore. And then it's like, oh, I'm paying for Amazon and Hulu and Netflix because one of them is bound to have Scott Pilgrim on it at any given time. But it's like if I just had it on DVD, it'd be a different story.
You have it
And now I
anytime.
do. Like, and
Mhm.
now I don't have to ever worry about it. Now I don't need all three streaming sites. Like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I really love it, I'm gonna buy it. If I think it's okay, I'm okay with losing it on a streaming service, and that's okay with me. And that's just like another pick and choose your battles situation. Because it's like, am I gonna keep an okay movie on DVD and spend money on it and then waste space on my shelf for it? Or am I gonna get like every single DVD box set of Supernatural from the last 15 years, which I actually cared about, even though every single episode was, not that good. But like, you got to collect
Yeah.
certain things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I've been collecting physical media. I want to say like since like the mid. No, as long as I can remember actually, because I
Mhm.
remember I even like as like a kid, I would save up money just to get DVDs and such because I just like to own things that I liked, you know. And as I
Mhm.
got older, I was like pro physical media, but then like I want to say when COVID hit, I decided to like dip a little bit into digital media. And like the way how this goes is it's kind of like what Futini said. You don't really own things digitally anymore. You just kind of rent it in the long term. I buy Blu-rays that have a physical disc and a digital code. When I have a digital code, I also have that movie digitally. And I often watch my movies through the digital download because I want to preserve the shelf life of the disc. I know that the disc is going to last longer if I watch it with my digital code. But the thing is, I don't technically own the movie digitally. I just have access to watch it on that streaming platform, meaning that I don't really own it. I just kind of pay through a paywall, meaning that if that streaming service loses the license to air that movie, it doesn't matter how much I paid for it. It's gone. But
Mhm.
I'm not entirely upset by that because I still have the physical Blu-ray disc. That's for movies. Now for video games, it's changed. Nintendo used to have this thing called the eShop for the Nintendo 3DS and Nintendo Wii U consoles. The way how that used to be was that you would pay the X amount of money for the game digitally, and it was downloaded onto your console forever. You forever owned it, and you know what? It was awesome because, for example, I really wanted to play the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, but the thing is, collecting Super Nintendo, the controllers, and each individual cartridge, easily $250. On my 3DS, however, I downloaded each game for $7. And that was one of those cases where going digital was the financially smarter option. But Nintendo thought it was smart and they shut down that service last year. And that was 5,000 digital games lost forever. Some games that were digital only. So I like bought, granted, I bought some of my favorite games like Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix for like $30, but that was like out of fear because like if I don't buy it now, it's gonna be gone forever. And now
Exactly.
those digital gaming service is through like the Nintendo Online Switch system, which it functions a lot more like Netflix now. You pay a subscription to play games that run on Wi-Fi, meaning that if the Wi-Fi lags, the game lags, and that is not good at all. And people are saying, no, this is the economically smarter way. I'm like, dude, we are waiting 4 months just for them to add 3 new games.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, back then, they would release like 20 games at once. It was like you had to pay like $7 or $8, but you know what? You kept it forever. They had digital service right, and they just completely screwed it up. And like going back to movies, it's like Best Buy recently decided to stop selling physical media, like with Blu-rays, which was stupid.
Yeah.
And now with like with books and comic books, I swear I sometimes feel like they are intentionally making books like $25 more than they should be, just so they could scare you into buying the digital version for like $15. But once again, it's like if your Kindle fizzles out, or if the platform you use to buy those books is gone, then so is your stuff. Like I just feel like you're setting yourself up for robbery in a way. And companies are wondering why people are pirating video games and movies these days. If you don't want me to illegally download your stuff, stop giving me good reasons to illegally download your stuff.
Yeah.
As they say, if buying isn't owning, pirating is not stealing.
Yeah. It's
That's
honestly
true.
yeah, 100% true. Like I heard some people online say, you know what, it's not pirating if there's no legitimate way for me to buy it anymore.
Yeah.
Took it away forever, and I downloaded that said movie or video game illegally on the internet. How else am I supposed to get it?
All right. Yeah.
It's
And
true. And Nintendo is like the biggest.
if anybody
biggest
needs any of
culprit.
those games from the e-game thing, I may or may not have downloaded a lot of them. So
Yeah, good.
Cool.
well, this was a lot of fun.
Very fun.
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool to get all you guys' perspective on, your consumption of media. Wayne and myself and our other co-hosts, Greg and James and Manny, we have our ways. We're still kind of stuck in our ways where we like to own the physical, but every generation is different, and it was really cool to get a fresh perspective. And I just want to say that I love the three of you to death. I wish Ivana, Clay, and Leah, and Nico and Kenny and
Sadly,
thank you.
Mati, yeah, that's totally his name.
Sorry, Jim.
Yes.
I wish they were on the show with us, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I love all of you. I'm proud of the people that you've become.
No.
And this was a real treat for me. And thank you, Wayne, for giving me this opportunity on Route Side Review to do a podcast with my beloved family members. This
You're
was
welcome.
awesome.
This was your last episode, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yes, anytime. I really had a lot of fun, and nice to meet all of you guys, except for Clay. Nice to
Yeah.
hear you.
Nice meeting you.
it was so nice meeting you.
Always there
Yes.
somewhere.
Yes, maybe one day you'll come on the show. And we'll actually get to see you.
Yeah. We'll see.
All right.
Give him a shot of whiskey. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I think he did pretty good.
Come to Greek
What-
Easter this year.
Yeah.
If I'm invited.
Yeah, we're all gonna be there. Come on.
Very
Wayne
cool.
too. We're all gonna be there.
SeveredAngel.com. Go get the debut album and go pre-order the second album, Skyward. I know Faye heard actually, they both Faye and Mariah heard the album already. What'd you guys
Yeah.
think?
No, I loved
Oh my
it.
God,
I loved it.
It was awesome.
See,
Hell yeah.
two
Got the little
positive
Google
reviews.
Drive.
Go buy it. It's worth it.
It is worth it.
It is worth it. But I also want to promote Absalon, which is our friend
Heard of
Ken
it.
Pike, and Alex of Severed Angel, our singer and producer and co-guitarist, and Wayne, our beloved drummer, is also on this album. They
I
have
am.
officially joined Absalon. Let me tell you, it is really hard to ask me which album I like more, this or Skyward. I think these are both tied
Wow.
for my album of the year. Wayne, this album is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Congratulations to you guys.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to work on that one.
Yeah. So metal is alive and well on Ratsa Review, as
Yes.
all good music is.
Yes, and I'm glad to see that the younger generation seems like you guys are going to carry on the music listening and the music buying, the CDs, the physical.
Oh yeah.
thing. So
We're
I'm
young,
glad you
we're
guys
not
are.
really stupid.
Yeah.
Fine. Final question: who has the better version of Square Hammer, Ghost or Severed Angel?
You got it.
Right answer.
Do you mean that? being a Ghost fan.
Yes, I do
Check-
mean that actually. Yes.
Checks
I
in the
do.
mail.
I think, yeah. I think so too. As much as I love Ghost, I don't know, and I I don't want to toot my own horn, but that version that we did of Square Hammer is so much. I don't know, it's just so much better.
I agree.
It's like we originated
Yeah.
that song. It came from us, and Ghost copied it from us. And it made like a wimpy version.
Can I ask, how does copyright with that work? Did you ask him? Did you call up Ghost?
Oh
No,
yeah, I
it's-
got Tobias's number on my cell phone.
That's crazy.
You really believe that? No,
He's calling right now.
it's called the mechanical license. It's called the mechanical license. As long as you
got a
pay the
license.
license, you could release it on your own. So
That's
Oh, we
cool.
paid?
I thought you paid.
Oh, I don't know.
We're getting sued.
Oops.
Of course we did. Of course we paid, and I paid for all those
Hold on.
video games I downloaded.
Let me call Celino and Barnes. Oh, they're not around anymore. Never mind.
It's Selena
Oh
or
my
Barnes.
Yeah, that's right. Barnes bailed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, guys, thank you very much again for being on the show. And thank you guys for
Thanks
watching
for having
us.
us.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'll put this up on the podcast version. We haven't had any podcasts for a while, so I'll put this up there as well. And I'll be on in a half hour on freeworld.fm playing some rock and metal and a bunch of new stuff from a bunch of bands that have been sending me stuff lately, from Online Metal Promo and all these other bands. So a lot of cool stuff coming up for that show. And I think that's it. And I don't
Sourreview.com.
Cool.
well, all right, ratsaladreview.com, even though I haven't updated that in forever, but ratsaladreview.com, sure. But the most important one is sevenangel.bandcamp.com, and pre-order that Skyward CD, and go to rocksrecords, I think.com, and go pre-order the Absalon CD, because I need money. All right. See you guys when we see you. All right. Bye-bye.
Rat Salad.
Cheerio.
Hey.